depression is so serious. As men, we don't talk. We're trained at an early age not to talk. But when you're dealing with so much trauma that you don't know what to do, you got to do what you got to do as a man. So the depression, it's a very serious thing.
Yes, it is.
Right now in this world.
Yes, it is.
Very serious.
It is.
So you men out there going through depression,
Yes.
talk to somebody, please.
Yes.
Because end up killing yourself is not going to solve your
That's
well, it's
right.
going to solve your problem, but it's going to make another problem and
Somebody
another
else.
problem
Yes.
and another problem because of your family.
Brother Dwight?
I just want to echo a little bit and elaborate for that what y'all was saying. Depression is a critical state in a man's life and the inability that they have.
Yes.
And I say this because when we are depressed, we depress.
That's right, brother. We can't do nothing. That's right. I've been there.
It's the end of the world.
Yes. Yes.
Nothing else don't matter.
That's right.
I tried everything that I tried. I did everything what I needed to do. And the thing is, when we depress, we react in different formats. We may commit suicide.
Sure.
But we also may commit murders,
Sure.
rapes,
Sure.
or depression is the main idea of this essay. The supporting details will go there as far as alcohol, drug activity,
Sure.
anything that you do to get over your depression, anything that is taken away
Yes.
at that moment.
At that moment. Yes.
When you are depressed as a man, you will affect the people that's around you also too.
Absolutely.
Say somebody depressed and somebody who's going through a trauma event, they have not been through it, but they trying to enjoy their day at that time and moment, that depressed man, they come there, both of them will be depressed.
Sure.
Because again, this person experienced trauma event, but he just happened to just be okay.
Yes.
But this other person that's super depressed, it's a contagious emotion.
Yes. Yes. How about, we already talked about anger, and we know how that is. How about guilt? How about guilt? Feeling guilty.
Oh yeah, that's a big one too.
Yeah.
Because you take that, you think you did something.
Yes.
You
Yes.
think
Yes.
that you brought
Yes.
on the slaughter of the tax or whatever.
That's right.
Feeling guilty, it's not the right way.
Yeah.
Whatever, because Brother Tyrone told me this a long time ago. He's like, how'd you say it, Brother Tyrone? It's not your fault that something happened.
That's right.
It's what the other person. Because me and Brother Tyrone were talking about this earlier when I asked him a question. He's like, how do you say it? One, let me think.
About.
What I asked you earlier, it's like, yeah, that whoever did something to you
Yes.
might have the same thing done to them.
That's right. Yeah.
So they're feeling guilty. They want you to feel their guilt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you think that you did something
Yes.
to provoke the attack. When you really didn't. It's within that person's mind
Yeah.
that that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Because when we get, as a man, when we get something in our mind,
Sure.
we're going to act on what's in our mind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So one thing as far as with guilt, guilt can play a manipulation trick on you in a variety of ways. And I say that because it go back to that one of the courses that we took. That this one I'm talking about the father wound again, because the father wound plays a bigger impact on males than any trauma event. Is that when the father treated us this way growing up,
Yes.
guilty, we thought it was something that what Brother John said, we thought that it was, well, he treated me this way because I must have did something.
Did something.
What did I do to you for you to treat me like this?
Right. Right.
Then, again, by us being guilty, we may react differently, respond differently, or we won't be able to accept another man when the help is really there. When a guy or really a man really come in your life try to help you, by you being guilty about something, you're not going to accept him.
That's right.
As you would if you've been trained
Yes.
and shaped and getting skilled or getting rid of that trauma.
That's right.
So
That's right.
being guilty of something, you're going to always think it's your fault.
That's right.
You're going to always take the blame when you really don't need to take the blame.
That's right.
You're going to always be limitation when society say that you should be guilty of this, be guilty of that. When you be guilty, you going to accept a situation that you didn't even do, but while you always been used to being guilty, you just going to accept it anyway because that's just what you used to do.
Exactly. Absolutely. And then lastly, flashbacks. You talked about that, brother Josh, earlier. We get these flashbacks, and I do too, because I think every time Mother's Day is coming around again, goes back, I always think about this. My mother's not here, and it hurts me that I don't have that outlet I can go talk to my mother, you know, or my father. They weren't around when I was young. My mother died when I was 2 years old. So those things come back to me, and it hurts me, and that's one of my wounds. And some of the traumatic events that I went through all the deaths I had in my family, those things hurt me. And I have not got over that thing to this day. I have not got over it. And I have to deal with that on a daily basis. But I tell you this, audience, viewing audience, being in the Ministry of Fidelis, and the reason why I established this organization where we as men, we can relate to each other, we can love each other, we can call each other. And Brother John said, I'm very adamant when you don't call and do what you say you're going to do, you're going to do it, because it's important that we as men stay in contact with each other. That gives us an outlet we can talk, even if it's for five minutes. Brother, how you doing? How's work going? What's going on? It's very, very, very important. Those flashbacks can affect you mentally, men, because if you have no outlet to talk about those flashbacks, when those flashbacks hit you, like Brother Josh said and Brother Dwight said about depression, and I'm telling you, you get deep down depression, man, I'm telling you, it can take you out of here, because I've been there, and it's not a fun thing, because you don't care about nothing, you don't want to eat, you don't want to talk to nobody, you don't want to do nothing, you just want to lay around, you don't want to do anything. And that's one of the worst states a man can be in when he gets into a depressive state, when he cannot express himself and talk to somebody. Brother, either he's going to commit suicide or think about suicidal thoughts, or he's going to go out, he's going to start, if he has not got on drugs or alcohol, he's going to start. Because that's going to be his release, and that could be the start of being addictive or having an addiction that he can't get over, because he's trying to drown out that depression to make him feel good, get on drugs or whatever, or be his wife, or be a womanizer, whatever it may be. Those are things he's going to use to defeat himself, which he's going to eventually kill himself, either physically or internally within his body. It's going to eventually tell tales on you. So, any closing words, brothers, before we close this evening?
I just want to say that, men, we all struggle with some or the same issues.
Yes.
And that there is a program, or if there is a program in your local area or where you at,
yes,
I think that you should really take into consideration these programs are going to see if you have any issues, yes, or any hidden issues that you may have.
Sure.
I'm not saying that we need mentally help, but it affects us mentally of, yes, how we react or how we talk, yes, in our community. And I say this because, men, again, we play a bigger impact, yes, in our homes, our jobs, in our, yes, community.
Yes.
People, our women look up to us more.
That's right. That's right.
Because that's how we was built.
Yes.
And we were in God's, and when we on point,
that's right.
Everything else will be on point.
That's right. That's right.
So is your family on point?
That's right.
Your family's on point. When your community's on point, everything's, yes, on point.
That's right.
Again, men, we love our accomplishments. So, yes, man, let's take this, yes, step to accomplish something greater.
That's right.
Take this risk. Go outside this, yes, box, what, yes, society say,
yes,
or keeping you in.
That's
take that risk so you can move forward. Move forward with yourself,
yes,
your family, your life, your job, and you probably think, hey, I come up with my own program, yes, of helping men, yes, get back to where we need to be in this critical, yes, state of, yes, depression, yes, and critical situation that we're in as men, yes, throughout this nationwide. This is a nationwide, that's right, serious event, that's of the, right, downfall of our men today, that's in, right, today's time, and generation to generation come. If we as men don't step up in the rightful place and do our job, get involved in our local community, in your local community. See what issues are there. Pay attention to how many men in your area are committing crime, and it would correspond with 94% of men commit all, yes, crimes throughout the whole nation.
That's right.
Not just through the state, but nation. Just pay attention to the TV.
Yes.
You will see that men is committing crime after crime, that's after, right, crime.
That's right.
Just be more attentive to your surroundings and to what's going on to your community, of how men react and release their issues or their trauma events where they go through.
Yeah. Man, you need to find that outlet. That outlet, make it a positive outlet. Because the more you understand what's going on with you is how you can release. But first, you have to understand what you're going through. Somebody else may be going through the same thing.
Yes.
So you need to help that person. Well, first you got to help yourself. It all starts with you. If you can't help yourself, how can you help somebody else? But if you help yourself, it's your responsibility and your duty to help bring that person, the other person, out of what they're feeling.
Right. Well, we thank each and every one of you for joining on our broadcast. What a powerful conversation tonight, brothers. You did an awesome job. This is what it's all about, and we need to continue to do this. And we ask that you continue to support us. If you want to get in contact with us, we do have a trauma hotline. If there's a man or youth out there, or women, you may have a man in your life that needs to talk, they can call us, and we will not despise any information. It's confidential. They can call us at 919-717-5820. That's 919-717-5820. And we'll talk with them, we'll encourage them. Eventually what we want to do here at MSF is we want this to be a nationwide movement, just like Brother Dwight said. We want to have MSF in every community throughout this country, because every man needs this. That's the reason for the Trauma Network, is to reach you where you're hurting at, where you can get some help. And we want to get leadership in every state in this country to have MSF, because we need this talk. We need to be talking about these issues. So please, if you're somebody that you know that needs to talk, tell them to give us a call on the hotline. Also, you can, if you want to read more about us, check us out on our website at www.themenofsimplifieddellas.com. That's www.themenofsimplifieddellas.com. Or you can follow us on our Twitter blog. You can get us there. We're always posting something there every day to encourage you as men, to keep you filled in on what we're going on. And that is the Men of Simplify at Men of Simplify 1. Men of Simplify at Men of Simplify 1. And also, you can follow us on Facebook at our Facebook page under the Men of Simplify Dallas. Please go on there. All these things, or if you go on our website, go in there. You like what we're doing, post a comment on our comment page. We have a comment section down at the bottom of our website. Push that button, leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. Any suggestions or things that you may want us to talk about, we're willing to do that, because we're going to be talking about a broad range of subjects on the broadcast. So if you have any ideas, if you want to talk to me personally, give me a call. I'll be more than willing to talk to you and to help you in any way we can here at MSF. Well, we appreciate you tuning in. We look forward to seeing you once again on our broadcast.
It's not what happens to you.
It's about how you handle it that really matters.
Finally, the secret is out. Really, it's out. Even strong men struggle. We thank you so very much for tuning in to the Trauma Network. We'll see you next week. We love you. We look forward to seeing you soon. God bless.